Good morning, dear friends. So, in the landing aspect of gas turbine engine, in our previous class, we have discussed about various, that means the important process involved in the IC engine as well as in the gas turbine engine. So, in this class, we are going to discuss what is the difference between open gas turbine combustion and closed gas turbine combustion, because both of them have certain differences. So what are those? Just let us see. So in the case of open gas turbine engine, what is happening? The air, atmospheric air, is taken from the taken into the combustion compressor. So the compressor compresses the air to certain pressure and temperature. So then the compressed air only goes to the combustion chamber where fuel is added. So then at the end of the combustion, the hot gases, high temperature gases are coming out. So that is what is sent to the turbine. So that turbine operates, turbine starts to produce under expansion, because as soon as the air enters, the high temperature hot air enters into the turbine, it starts to rotate. That means that is how the expansion also takes place. So in the case of the turbine, what is happening, the expansion takes place up to the atmospheric conditions. So that means it is coming out with it is entering with some pressure. That pressure will can be expanded up to atmospheric pressure. That is the idea. That is how we are getting the turbine, that means useful output from the this open gas turbine engine. So because around 60% of the work is used to operate the compressor, so only the rest of the work is converted into useful output. So this is what happening in the case of closed gas turbine. So what is in the case of open gas turbine, what is happening? Let's see. So here also what we have to see, that combustion chamber is separate. So there only we are adding air fuel mixture. So then by that way we are that means completing the combustion. But so anyway, here also it is the external combustion. We can just say the combustion takes place externally, because it doesn't have any contact with the this internal systems. So it is the external combustion chamber. Combustion chamber is separate. So in that only air and fuel is added. So now let's see about the closed gas turbine. In the closed gas turbine, what is happening? The air, that means not air. It is, we are not taking the atmospheric air. Any kind of fluid can be used in the case of closed gas turbine. Then that fluid only compressed, being compressed, and then that is what sent to the what we say heat chamber. So here we are we are saying as the heat chamber, or we can just say this is here we can just say heat chamber or heat exchanger. So what we say, the compressed air goes to the heat exchanger or heat chamber. So then that is how the air is heated up. So that means air is heated up in such a way that air and fuel doesn't come in contact with each other. So that is what here we have to understand. See, air and fuel doesn't come in contact with each other. So because of that, by that way only we are just heating the that means we are heating the fluid which is circulated, which comes from the compressor. So how we are heating up, that is a matter. So because what we need to understand, we have the container. In the container we have the compressed fluid or air. So that is heated up externally. That means the fuel is outside the container. So that is being heated up somehow, some way. That means it is burned. The outside the container, the fuel outside the container is heated up. That means is burned. Is burned, and that heat is sent to the container. So that is how the air which is in the air or compressed fluid which is in the container is being heated up. So that is what here we need to understand. So the importance of the combustion, okay, importance of the combustion in this process is nothing but air and fuel doesn't come contact with each other. So because air is in one container, then the fuel is outside the container, so that is being okay burnt, and it generates the heat. That heat is transferred to the container, so the or heat chamber. So that is how it is okay, the air or working fluid is heated up, then that is being sent to the turbine to produce the useful output. So then further, okay, from the turbine the residual gases are okay, residual products again just tapped, okay, it sent to the again the similar kind of heat exchanger, and then it reduces the okay heat, and here, okay, then which is that means that is how it is cooling up, okay, it is getting cooling up. The air on the residual product which comes from the turbine, okay, is cooled down to certain temperature which is required for the compressor. So then that is how, okay, this gas turbine engine works. So whereas in the case of closed open gas turbine, so we have seen how the combustion takes place. So the thing is, we have to understand the combustion, okay, takes place externally. In both the cases, combustion takes place externally only, okay, because turbine and compressor are okay one arrangement, and whereas the heat exchanger or combustion chamber, that is separate as okay arrangement. So where okay the heating of the air, or okay the increasing combustion, okay, takes place, okay, separately. So that is we have to understand, okay. So apart from that, okay, I think only the combustion process in both the cases are different. Rest of the things are okay same. Here also the turbine work is only used to operate the compressor. So okay, and then here we can, what we can say, we can use any kind of fluid, whereas here only the atmospheric air is used as the working fluid. Here any kind of fluid can be used, even we can use in that sometime we can use water also, we can use any kind of fluid, okay, or any kind of gases. So that can be used in the case of closed gas turbine. So but whereas in the case of open gas turbine, the working fluid is only air. I hope, okay, how the combustion takes place in the open gas turbine and the closed gas turbine is clear. So we will see more about gas turbine engines in the upcoming classes.